Hello, welcome to podcast number 21. We have 3 articles today, plus the trial article 1. Article 1 is about Britain's first major recycling drive and how it fell apart 80 years ago. Oh my god, so 80 years ago it was in the 1940s, I think. Yeah, it's from The Conversation. Britain's first major recycling drive fell apart 80 years ago. It's a warning to the UK government today. It depends how you read the leaflet sent to households in the summer of 1940, so World War II. It was a call to the arms that launched Britain's first systematic recycling programme. Remember, we've got recycling all the time, every day, set amid the torturous build-up to the Battle of Britain, where everyone was expected to play their part. Shortages of raw materials meant that recycling, then called salvage, became a vital part of life on the home front. As the leaflet sent to 12 million British homes, that's a lot, explained, your household waste is part of the country's war material. The leaflet was part of one of the most ambitious government publicity campaigns ever carried out. Its message was amplified through the radio broadcast, propaganda films, newsreels, in cinemas, interviews and newspaper advertisements, posters and a house-to-house canvasser by volunteers. And this is what the poster read. Waste collection is now compulsory. Your household waste, part of the country's war material. It must help to win the war. From now on, under the defence regulations, your local council required to collect A. Number 1, paper and cardboard. 2, household bones, excluding fish. And C. 3, scrap metal. But it depends on you. Big letters. Local council will arrange the collection of all your valuable waste, but it depends on you and how careful you save it and keep it for collection, how every bit of material can be used again to full advantage. Salvage of waste is vital. Britain is menaced. We are cut off for a time from certain countries who used to send important materials. We can no longer afford to bring from overseas 1 ounce of everything that can be produced or saved at home. Every year we have filled our dustbins with hundreds and thousands of tons of waste paper, cardboard, bones, metal, rags, etc. Essential raw materials for vital war equipment. To continue the waste in wartime would be a crime. Disinformation is dangerous. Listen to the experts. And it goes on. This tells you what to do. See inside for details. And this leaflet that arrived in homes during the summer of 1940. The campaign was a public face, a carefully planned partnership between local and national government. After 6 months trial and error, emergency legislation was passed on June 26, 1940. It required most councils to ensure effective recycling collections in their area. But despite the make-do and mend spirit, it helped immortalise the popular imagination, and the campaign had to be abandoned as it was undermined by the local councils, overwhelmed by the country's fledgling recycling system and damage to public confidence. Britain is mired in another national crisis. Recycling rates have failed to keep up. The deluge of COVID waste threatens to overwhelm the recycling industry, just as it was overwhelmed the first summer of World War II. While politicians evoke the spirit of 1940s to boost morale during the pandemic, the legacy of that time is worth a closer inspection. And then it goes on. And on, and on, and on. There are obvious differences between the situation today and the effect to conserve waste during the Second World War. There are striking parallels too. Research shows that social and cultural factors continue to play a significant role in the recycling uptake. So basically what they're saying there is we've got to recycle, and we've got to recycle as they did in the war. So yeah, recycle and upcycle as much as possible. Article 2. Now, Article 2 is basically how a 3,000-year-old city was found. 3,000-year-old city was found by satellite in space. And it's by the Express newspaper. Archaeological breakthrough, how 3,000-year-old city was found by satellite in space. Archaeologists made an incredible breakthrough using high-resolution image and satellites, leading to the discovery of a 3,000-year-old Egyptian city. Wow! The lost city of Tanis was made famous by the Indiana Jones film Raiders of the Lost Ark, when the city was buried by a catastrophe ancient sandstorm and rediscovered by German soldiers while searching for the Ark of Convent. But in reality, the lost city of Tanis was hiding in the Nile Delta all along, and the capital of 21 of the 21st and 22nd dynasties, including the reign of Tankhus kings, Egypt's third intermediate period. The ancient Egyptians called it Danit. The Old Testament refers to the site as Zone, but today it is called San El Hagar, and this huge settlement was uncovered thanks to the work of archaeologist Sarah Cake in 2011. That's quite amazing. They literally uncovered a 3,000-year-old city while bopping about in space. Article 3. Article 3 is amazing. It's I don't know what to say about this. Article 3. Cheeky builders banter from 1830 unearthed in graffiti found during Rotherham stately home restoration, and it's from the Yorkshire Times. Now a hunt has been launched to find today's descendants of those who scrawled the message in Wentworth Woodhouse. A search is on for the descendants of three builders whose 190-year-old banter has been found in the roof of the stately home. So it was a private house, wow. Hidden wide cracks were found during the repairs ongoing at Wentworth Woodhouse, the massive country house near Rotherham, South Yorkshire, which was once Britain's largest private house. They were written on the roof timber in 1830 by three craftsmen repairing the area over the gilded staterooms, where the 4th Earl Fitzwilliam kept his paintings by Flemish artist Anthony van Dyck. Jack Fielding, Jack Vickers, Jack Rang had worked through the March cold snap and decided to boast about their drinking and poke fun at their boss William Peake. Oh dear. What the builders wrote. The inscription on the wood, with some faded parts which are illegible, reads, "Roof repaired March 1830, when it was cold and frosty. Jack Falkin, Jack Vickers, Jack Rang, they all liked their drink, but none had the which unreadable. Name was William Peake, and he had a belly like a..." And there's a swear word there. Oh dear. The trust, which now owns the Grade 1 listed mansion, are searching for the men's descendants. Faculty's manager Julie Raidman said, "We think all three Jacks and William were carpenters and probably local. Since the 1700s, many skilled trade people from Yorkshire worked here." Miss Raidman said, "Many secretly left their mark in similar style. Since we began major roof repairs in 2018, we found numerous messages, even handprints, dating back to 1806. It is a real old form of graffiti. It's fascinating and is enabling us to piece together stories of people whose skills built and maintained these places." And then it goes on. Wentworth House was built between 1725 and 1750, and its 600-foot-high east front is wider than Buckingham Palace. It was bought for £7 million. Wow! In March 2017 by the Wentworth Woodhouse Preservation Trust. The trust is now renovating the structure in the huge project, which could cost £200 million! Oh my god! The roof, which is the size of 6 tennis courts, is the current focus, with the stonework and timbers being repaired and 14 slats due to be laid by the end of November. These builders were just leaving their mark, basically. Trowel of the week. Afternoon tea bus tour. All aboard! Peppa Pig afternoon tea bus launches in London, and it's the Londonist. So that was about a month ago, and it is from the Londonist. All aboard the Peppa Pig afternoon tea bus launches in London. Oh, that's amazing. London Bakery has launched Peppa Pig themed afternoon tea tour buses. Fans of the Porcupine cartoon can now tuck into their afternoon tea themed around Peppa Pig and her friends thanks to Bridget's Bakery. The company has been running afternoon tea bus tours for a few years now, but the latest menu is aimed at younger diners and their family. Board the bus near Somerset House and tuck into the special menu as you pass London sites including Tower Bridge, Shakespeare's Globe, St Paul's Cathedral and Buckingham Palace. Each table is provided with a tablet which offers an animated guide to the sites whizzing past the windows. Plus there are sing-alongs and activity packs provided. The menu has been tweaked for fans of the TV show. Savoury items include Mandy Mouse's cheddar cheese finger sandwiches, Daddy Pig's pizza mini margaritas, while Peppa Pig's cookie shortbread and the Mummy Pig's strawberry macaroon with strawberry flavoured vanilla butter ice cream are among the sweet options. Veggie and vegan and gluten-free and halal options are available on request, may have additional charges. But it is not the first time Peppa and the buses have combined the capital. A London-based episode of the cartoon sees none other than our Queen herself driving a bus over the open Tower Bridge. No guarantees you're going to have the regal character or the death-defying stunts on your route, but there's plenty to keep the kids and children entertained. Clearly, Bridget's Bakery knows its audience well. Normally there are no toilets on board its afternoon tea buses, but parents will be relieved to know that one will be provided to use by children only. On this Peppa Pig tours, bring on the hot chocolate. And then it has all the details on the website, on the Londonist article. It's quite pricey. It is quite pricey, but if it's a birthday or a Christmas thing, I think it is a special treat. Then, yeah, your kids and children will absolutely love you for it. Yeah, that is the thing. I think it's adorable. It is so good, and the fact is your children will remember when they went to tea on the Peppa Pig tour bus. So that is my so that is my podcast for today. Please share, please subscribe, please also before I go, please also go and have a look at my Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.